Imagine a stretch of beauty so solitary, the calm is overwhelming, and a tropical oasis just waiting for its hidden beauty to be explored. Now that's a fitting description of flourish and luxury bosomed in nature. It's all possible when you vacation right here at Villa Mirage, neatly tucked away in the village of Blackrock. Join me as we discover what this property has to offer and explore what's happening in Tobago over the next half hour. I'm Davia Chambers, and this is Let's Talk Tobago. Tobago attends London's World Travel Markets. Women encouraged to eat healthier as they're reminded of the benefits of a healthy lifestyle at the latest public diabetes seminar. And later, the Crystal Serenity docks in Tobago, signaling the opening of the cruise season. These stories and more when Let's Talk Tobago continues. Stay with us.
There we go to Tobago, that paradise found by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come Tobago for holiday.
Villa Mirage is owned by Greek businessman Robert Bartella, who constructed this property to host friends and his large family when they vacation in Tobago. Mr. Bartella was fascinated by the Caribbean luxury and natural beauty of Tobago, so he constructed the property in the year 2000. So imagine having a first-hand look at that natural beauty before you even come to Tobago. Well, that idea is shaping into reality for those wanting to visit Tobago. Omidara Mills has more in this report.
Tourists will soon be able to peruse Tobago before even setting foot on the island, thanks to Island View. It's a marketing project that uses Google Street View technology. This will give potential visitors a look at some of the island's major attractions using 360-degree photos and videos. The initiative, which was previewed at the recent World Travel Market in London, is being spearheaded by Virgin Atlantic and is supported by the Division of Tourism, Culture and Transportation. It will help promote Virgin's flights from London to Tobago.
We realised that actually people research their holidays a lot more before they pick where they're going to go. People use destination guides, they use branded guides, but actually people want to see what they're going to go and experience when they get to the island. And there's no actual way to do this at the moment specifically for Tobago, because whilst it's on the map, you can't Google Street View it to get a feel of life actually feet on the ground on the island.
Island View will be officially launched early next year. Many who saw a preview of the project at the World Travel Market say it's a great planning tool for tourists.
What is very interesting about this project is that somebody getting to know about Tobago ahead of schedule knows exactly what they want to do when they get on island. And for us, the whole reason of being into tourism is to maximize the benefits, and the more people move around, the greater the benefits accrues to Tobago. So that's something that we're keenly looking forward to.
The World Travel Market attracts hundreds of thousands of marketing and tourism stakeholders. This made the event a great avenue to raise Tobago's profile on the international travel market via meetings, a press conference, and the sneak preview of Island View.
We are small, we are the furthest south in the Caribbean, and so this gives us the perfect opportunity for the world to know about Tobago. It's a Google 360 project where persons from all over the world will be able to see Tobago as long as persons check in and as long as they map. And so we are very excited. I think it's very timely for Destination Tobago.
Tobago's contingent also held talks with airline representatives as well as the research company Forward Keys. Local products were also showcased. Dwayne Dove of Tobago Cocoa Estate held a rum and chocolate tasting session, and Tobago's cultural performers brought their unique brand of entertainment. In short, the island used every opportunity to show the world what Tobago has to offer. I'm Omidara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Mr. Bartella wanted to share his Caribbean experience with others, so he made Villa Mirage a vacation home where guests get to enjoy sun, sea, and sand, and the comforts of the home of the island all in one place. We move from Black Rock to Lowlands and the Magdalena Grande Beach and Golf Resort, where young people had a chance to learn about the entrepreneurial opportunities available to them. It was all held at the Youth Empowerment Forum. This was a part of the annual Finance Week celebrations. Here's more.
Many young Tobagonians are getting into business. They are getting public sector support, from financing, advice and training to follow-ups. They are even being empowered to maximize on entrepreneurial opportunities through the Youth Empowerment Forum, a major part of the annual Finance Week activities hosted by the Division of Finance and the Economy. And at the 2017 edition, Tobago's youth are being encouraged to embrace innovation through the ICT sector, that's information and communications technology.
We know that ICT is transforming societies and fueling the growth of the global economy. And so we want to ensure that we position our young people to leverage the use of ICT in your own development and to ensure that young Tobagonians are not disadvantaged by the digital divide.
The youth are also being urged to get proactive through personal study and research.
The establishment of local apps, web-based solutions for local advertising, because what is it that they're doing that you can't do? The security and integrity of all solutions not only rests in sound ICT practices, but also in an adequate and enabling legal and regulatory environment. There needs to be emphasis on laws and regulations that could support e-commerce and digital transactions.
Getting ICT ready is a process that will ensure Tobago can make good on its development potential, and moves are already being made in this direction.
We at TITL will be offering training and testing in Microsoft, Cisco, Huawei certifications via a partnership with those academies. We're looking at Java programming, robotics, and coding from Sylvan. By the way, Sylvan is a technology entity that offers courses in those areas. And we also be looking at doing 3D printing as well too.
The conference also focused on taking the economy forward through sectors like agribusiness and the creative industries. This was the 6th Annual Youth Empowerment Forum, hosted by the Tobago House of Assembly's Division of Finance and the Economy. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
This luxurious villa sports a large garden, swimming pool, barbecue, and outdoor seating. But what keeps guests coming back is the ambience of the location, hospitality, as well as its spacious accommodations. Now, being an educator can be challenging. Educators are expected to impart knowledge while creating a nurturing environment that's safe and child-focused. So school administrators got additional training at a recent workshop. With all the highlights in this report.
Secondary school plays a pivotal role in students' development. It's not just about academic learning. Children also face issues like negative peer pressure and the changes that come with being an adolescent. So principals and teachers are exploring means of creating a more secure, clean, and comfortable school environment for children. They came together to discuss ideas at a special workshop designed to develop student-friendly schools.
Place the child at the center, and that's where our children ought to be. And the Effective School Framework Initiative is one such initiative that will ensure that we develop programs at our various schools that encourages the child to feel that he or she is catered for, all the needs, to feel validated, to feel that he or she has a voice, to ensure that they feel safe.
Secondary school administrators looked at positive alternatives to corporal punishment and suspension. They are being encouraged to talk with students about their negative conduct and teach them about the consequences of their behavior.
You have to connect before you can correct. You need to have a relationship with that child if what you're saying is going to impact on them in any way. So you need to connect. You need to use approaches that help them to build capacity, not only the don'ts, but help to engage them. Okay, this is the situation, this is what happened. How could you have done it differently? What could have gone? How could the situation have changed with a different action?
Teachers also shared what they are doing to connect with their students in order to create a more effective, student-oriented framework.
We're launching our care pillar. What we did was, for the student, yes, we typed the names of each student we have taught from they're now in second to fourth form. Every single one of them has something positive beside their names. We care about you and we highlight their potential. And a student said to me, Miss, did you sit down and actually write this about me, or is everyone has the same thing? I said, no, you can check. No one has the same compliment. No one has the same comments. Nothing. And she was like, seriously, Miss, a lot of them are asking, you really care? I said, yes, we do care.
The 3-day workshop included topics like engaging parents and the community, student-centered teaching and learning, health and life skills training, and fostering greater student participation in school. Educators are now expected to formulate student-friendly school procedures and measures that can create positive change in their students' lives. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
We have to take a break, but when we return, women are being encouraged to adopt healthier practices. We take you to the latest Public Diabetes Forum. Don't go anywhere. Let's Talk Tobago. We'll be right back.
My name is Clyde Williams. I'm a maxi taxi operator for over 25 years, and I'm involved in tourism. It's a beautiful industry, and tourism helps me financially. It helps me my family. It takes care of my church. It takes me all over the world, and it's helped me meet people. And let me tell you something, at the end of it, tourism is all a we take.
Villa Mirage is in close proximity to the scenic Fort Bennett. It's also walking distance from turtle watching tours and a 5-minute drive from the Mount Irving Golf Course. And if you've got a large group of family and friends, no problem. The property has 7 bedrooms and 7.5 bathrooms. This property also sleeps a maximum of 15 people comfortably. Now this, millions of women worldwide are affected by diabetes. That's why this year, Tobago is focusing on raising awareness among the female population to really prevent the onset of this lifestyle disease. With more details in this report.
We know that women aren't immune to developing type 2 diabetes, a type of non-communicable lifestyle disease. In fact, the International Diabetes Federation, the IDF, estimates that 1 in 10 women is affected by diabetes globally. So women's health was in focus for this year's World Diabetes Day, under the theme, Women and Diabetes, a right to a healthy future. During a public forum hosted by the Rotary Club of Southwest Tobago, registered dietitian Abigail Berkeley urged women to practice eating a healthy and balanced diet and find time to exercise regularly.
Now, exercise is so important, right? Exercise helps increase our insulin sensitivity, how well the body responds to sugar, decrease our weight, maintain weight, decrease blood pressure and cholesterol, decrease our stress. So sometimes you just had a hard day, take a little walk, take a little run, take a little swim.
According to the IDF, 1 in 7 births is affected by gestational diabetes, a high blood sugar level during pregnancy. This in turn affects babies and future generations.
They are at risk of having large babies when they have deliveries. When those babies are born, those babies are also at risk of obesity and diabetes. When these youngsters grow older, they become obese adults. Obese adults get pregnant, they have obese children, and then we have another set of at-risk babies.
Women should pay attention to their blood pressure, weight, and cholesterol levels. since these are contributing factors for developing diabetes. Managing diabetes can be stressful, especially with the possibility of complications like blindness, kidney failure, or lower limb amputations. So it's important to have people around who are understanding and considerate.
So look for person who know that you're diabetic and who can support your healthy lifestyle. So probably if you have friends who are not that supportive, you probably need to change your friends and look for supportive friends.
The Diabetes Public Forum was supported by the Tobago Regional Health Authority and the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
If you want to kick back and relax yet stay active, Villa Mirage is equipped with a gym and game room to keep guests occupied. And if you'd prefer to get out and explore our beautiful island to ensure you have the ultimate vacation, management can arrange tours, car rentals, and even dinners. Now, in a bid to get feedback from the public, the Trinidad and the Tobago Police Service held their town meeting series in the village of Canaan. With all the details in this report. Have a look.
There is a call for another gun amnesty in Tobago. This was among a number of recommendations made by residents of Canaan Bonaccord who would like to see a reduction in the number of gun-related incidents in their community. They raised the issue at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service's town meeting for the district.
I see the crime is escalating into a future with this gun. And I feel we have the power in which hierarchy like the Attorney General, the Minister of National Security, and all these hierarchy. But I'm going to have a law passed with the finding the bigger gun. There will be no big, but I find that is not sufficient enough.
We had so many campaigns to do so. We told the people, you know you have a fire somewhere, pick up the phone, call 555, call 800 tips. Let them know, give your name. We are getting the firearms 1-1, but we're getting the shootings at the moment faster than we're getting the firearms off the street. Why are we not getting illegal firearms off the street? What is happening? Some of you all, you know your sons, you know your relatives are involved. They see me and calling the police and telling the police that we can't go say firearms will come back to hurt you.
Kite flying in the vicinity of the airport is also a concern.
My concern is about kite flying. I am not sure how it comes under the auspices of the police service, but for most of you who do not know, I work at the airport, and it is a concern for us when the officers leave the airport to attend kite flying. Sometimes they are greeted with cutlass.
One resident also commended the police for the daily patrols at the Store-Bay Beach facility.
But I must say there are some improvements, and I believe in the continued efforts by the inspector and the sergeant, because the sergeant guys on the ground. I believe the improvements will continue.
The town meeting series is conducted by the TTPS in an effort to bridge the gap between the public and the police service. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
This property reflects a Mediterranean style, and if you are looking for a venue for your wedding, birthday parties, or Christmas functions, Villa Mirage can provide the perfect backdrop to make that event unforgettable. And speaking of special occasions, the island recently celebrated International Men's Day, with all the highlights in this report.
In November 2016, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And the first thing that came to my mind is, what's the message? What's the assignment? To me, it was clear in my head, my assignment is to now go and talk to men about prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer is very common among men, especially beyond the age of 40. It occurs in the prostate, a small walnut-shaped gland found only in men, which produces the seminal fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. Only skin cancer is more common among men. So far in Tobago this year, 177 men have been diagnosed with prostate cancer by the public healthcare system. So as the world celebrated International Men's Day on November 19th, Communications Consultants Limited partnered with the Tobago House of Assembly Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development to host a men's workshop on prostate and colon cancer.
For the work they have done, that the prevalence rates are 3 to 4 times higher than the rates reporting in other populations, so Caucasian and the other populations. You know that we are mostly of African descent, mostly. And I said to you earlier, even in the US of A, we have a situation where African Americans are also at greater risk.
According to the American Cancer Society, detecting cancer early allows for more treatment options. This is why the Health Division is urging men to get tested, as screening is provided publicly.
Whether your treatment be surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation, that is available. It is not all available on this island, but you will get this suite of services available in the public system as well as private.
There is no sure way to prevent prostate cancer, but men can lower their risk.
Eat less meat and milk, more tomatoes, more fish and nuts. There have been some studies that have been done with saw palm too, which has shown to actually do decrease the PSA. How it does so, it's still unknown. Daily exercise, relaxation.
Colorectal cancer, which starts in the colon or rectum, was also highlighted at the workshop. The Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development also provides support such as counseling through their Family Services Unit. I'm Keishon Wilson for Let's Talk Tobago.
Coming up next, the 2017-2018 cruise season gets off the way with the maiden visit of the Crystal Serenity. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The docking of cruise ship Crystal Serenity at the port of Scarborough signaled the start of the 2017-2018 cruise season in Tobago. The vessel made its maiden voyage to the island, bringing just over 1,000 cruise passengers to these shores. Many of them took organized tours to popular sites and attractions.
We offer 4 tours today. The Tobago Highlights and Folklore Show, which is a city tour and a folklore show, as the name says. We offer the Mount Irvin Bike and Swim. We offer the Rainforest Tour, which goes to Roxborough Rainforest. And we offer the Booker Reef and Nylon Pool Tours.
Others opted to make their own way around the Scarborough. They enjoyed shopping for local handicraft items.
Some of them even bought as much as 5 pieces one time, so I must say I had a good starting for this first day.
Over the next 6 months, Tobago is expected to host at least 60 cruise ships. This should create more opportunities for the island's maxi and taxi operators, vendors, and tour operators to increase their earnings.
I think because we have this high influx of calls that we didn't have before, we have to take advantage of it and show them that Tobago is ready. Tobago is a new destination for all these cruise line services, and just make their experience here something they won't forget.
We are very optimistic. We want to make the best use of this season to showcase Scarborough, to showcase Tobago, and so on, so that we will be on the map for the cruise ships, so we can always have record numbers.
The ship is on a 24-day Amazon Escape cruise. The Secretary of Tourism, Culture and the Transportation, Councillor Nadine Stewart Phillips, was present to welcome passengers and crew to the destination. From the Division of Tourism, Culture and the Transportation, I'm Julia James reporting for Let's Talk Tobago.
The staff at Villa Mirage are dedicated to ensuring guests have a memorable vacation. Their genuine love for the island makes it easy to maintain an international standard of excellence. Horseback riding, scuba diving, snorkeling, water sports, tours to the famous Buku Reef all add something special to your vacation experience. Just ask the manager, who is more than willing to help. Question: what can you do to assist the differently abled? For some, it's as simple as learning a language. There's no doubt that learning another language has its many benefits. In this next report, we tell you about a group of people who are taking advantage of an opportunity to learn sign language. Here are the details.
Judith Trim always wanted to learn sign language. It's how we communicate with the deaf and speech impaired. According to the World Federation of the Deaf, about 70 million people use it as their first language. Judith took a sign language class facilitated by the Scarborough Library facility. She can now use sign language, communicate about family and her emotions, and make basic introductions.
My name is Judith, D-I-T-H-T-R-I-M, Trim.
Sign language consists of sequences of movements and configurations of the hands, arms, face, and upper body. Tutor Anita Forbes recommends that everyone learn sign language, since it makes it easier to talk with the speech impaired. It also fosters a greater sense of social inclusiveness and compassion.
We should be mindful of them. When we see them, we don't stare at them and, look at them as though they are different. They are just differently able. They can't do everything else just like any person. They just can't speak and hear. So we should be mindful of them, appreciate them, love them, and try to, befriend them. They are friendly people. And once they know you can speak their language, they will gravitate to you and be friends with you.
Another participant is 13-year-old Gabrielle Murray. She shared why she's learning this language.
Sign language is a great skill to learn. We never know what may happen to us or any family member, so it's important to learn it so that we can still communicate with them.
The course ran for 6 weeks. The intent is to create a group of people who can get together and continue to develop their sign language skills. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
And it's now time to have Your Say, the segment of our program where we hear what you, the viewers, have to say. Today we're asking, what can we do to help boost tourism in Tobago? Now, while you think about it, we'll have a look at who had their say this week.
What I think we can do to boost tourism is, first of all, we should be well informed. Because I think when foreigners come to our country, we as local people don't usually have an adequate knowledge about our history. So I think, where you could start in the school systems where we can actually become more informed about where we are as a people from a historic perspective.
Sometimes we think that it's out of our reach and we have to bust our brains to think of how to make it marketable. But tourism could be found in simple things that we take for granted, like the simple stories that our grandparents told us, the hardships that they show us that they went through. So making those stories into experience and marketing it as an experience.
I believe we need to promote a little more positivity within the island. Also, we need to start advertising more of our natural sites and stuff so that the tourists could come in and bring more wealth towards the country.
We close yet another edition of Let's Talk Tobago, and as always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and very productive week. We close now with a montage of the interactive museum at Fort King George. We hope you enjoy.